Broadcasting live from SOAHR 2023 at the Gas South District Convention Center in Duluth, Georgia, it's time for North Fulton Business Radio. Brought to you by Oberman Law Firm, helping you navigate the complexity of workplace issues. Now, here's your host.
And hello again, everyone. John Ray back with you again from the Gas South District Convention Center in Duluth, Georgia. And we're here at SOAHR 2023. These interviews, just to remind you, are brought to you by Oberman Law, who helps you navigate the complexities of the workplace. I'm delighted to welcome Corey Jacobs and Duston Harper, and they are with Glued Global Consulting. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you, John.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, excited to have both of you. Let's talk about Glued Global Consulting and how you're serving folks out there.
Yeah, thanks, John, and I appreciate being on Business RadioX. Yeah, we're all about really trying to help solve a few problems. So stress and burnout in the workforce. How do we help with retention? And then how do we help the overall daily health of your employees and workforce? So that's sort of our overarching goals. Mm-hmm. How can we make an impact there? And specifically with HR leaders, sales professionals, and executives, our whole thought process is a lot of companies focus on that external, so KPIs, process. That's all great, but we try to transform individuals from the inside out. So we really want to be that bridge between personal and professional development, which ultimately is going to make your employees happier, more productive, and profitable. And the name Glued came from, we want to help your workforce stick together.
I love that. So, you say something there that I think is really important, and because employees know when all you care about is the KPIs, that's all you care about is the numbers. They know that, right? Even if you try to hide it.
Absolutely.
Right, Corey?
Yeah. And I think a lot of HR leadership, and we're seeing that shift, we understand that KPIs can be hit by focusing on you as a human rather than focusing on you as an employee. Mm-hmm. Focus on the human element, make them happier, healthier, and those things will generate easier.
Yeah, for sure. Now, is part of the idea here that, and this is a question, but what I think I keep hearing is that employee engagement and the concern that employees have for their own personal development is at the end of the day more important to them than pay. That's what I keep hearing. Is that what you see out there?
I think we see a lot of that. I think a lot of employees see work goals, and they have to choose work goals or personal goals. They can't choose both. So you can bridge the gap and mesh the two and understand that it's not a balance, it's a harmony, work-life harmony rather than a balance.
I like that. Yeah.
And I think it's easier for employees to be engaged in that manner.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So what are some of the, as companies try to navigate this, journey that they're on toward work-life harmony, what are some of the mistakes that you see?
It's a great question. I think, the pandemic happened a few years ago, and for a while people were very open to change, but it appears from the outside looking in that a lot of people are going back into the status quo and not doing some of the things they originally were trying to do back at the beginning of the pandemic. So I think it's really just having that proactive, not reactive mentality. Mm-hmm. And even if things are going well right now and your retention's great, you still need to be thinking about these things to really be investing in your workforce, because down the road something could happen. So even if things are going good, you still need to invest in your employees, and that just needs to be mentality for companies. And going to conferences like this at SHRM and SOAHR-Atlanta, you're going to be introduced to a lot of different ideas and different ways to do that, and a lot of vendors and great people that can help kind of show you that way.
Yeah, for sure. So what's the attraction? I mean, obviously, this is a great group of human resource professionals here at SHRM-Atlanta, but why the attraction to SOAHR 2023?
Yeah, so Dustin and I are on the newly formed wellness committee here at SHRM-Atlanta.
Okay.
So last year, they had me come and speak. So one of the we have 5 pillars, not to get into too much, but one of those is mindfulness. And mindfulness to us isn't the woo-woo, it's just intention. Intentions you do. So one of those things is daily habits. So they invited us last year to speak and lead a breathwork session, and it went over very, very well.
Really?
Which led them to creating more of a mental health theme, as you can see today. And we are a part of a 5-person team, and that's what really is attractive for us, because that's where we sit.
Okay. I was at SOAHR last year, and I missed you, and I needed that session because I was doing so many interviews I couldn't take a breath. So I needed you guys. I couldn't find you, but I love what you say that because people they hear this term mindfulness and they think it's woo woo, right? And that's a good way. Actually, that's a dismissive term, right?
I think so, and I think in the corporate world, we're here to be. Listen, no mistake. We're here to be profitable.
Yeah,
but intention is a better way to say it than the stigma behind mindfulness, right?
Right.
I have a whole journey of a wellness practitioner as well as business and sales.
Mm-hmm.
I love, and so does Dustin, to mesh the two. So we help teach that to HR folks who might be foreign to this and might be wearing a new hat since the pandemic, and we truly help break that stigma a little bit, and they see that through our programs.
So for those that are going to miss your speaking session on mindfulness, on intention, what are some of the high points that they need to know?
Yeah, I can go through that. So we basically are doing a breath work session. We did this morning, and then tomorrow is more meditation, kind of beginner meditation.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, how can it benefit you as a person or you at your organization as an HR leader? There's a few things. So it's going to help reduce stress and burnout. So if you have a lot of stress going on, which most of us do these days, a simple 5-minute breath work or meditation can really change the trajectory of your day. So that's number one. Number two is that it's very simple and it makes you a lot more productive. So we hear productivity, profitability, but if you do breath work, you do meditation, it's going to make you more productive and you're going to get more done throughout the day. And then the last thing, which is actually relevant to what you do with interviewing people all the time, is a lot of times we'll do breath work routines before we have a big meeting or before we have a tough conversation. And that's a great way, whether it be in your personal or professional life, that some of these mindfulness things can actually help you. So those are just a few. There's a lot more behind that. It's all healthy habits. We're all about trying to create healthy habits. And once you start doing one of these, even if it's 5 minutes, you'll keep building. And next thing you know, you're going to be doing an hour morning routine and all about wellness. So.
Yeah, that's terrific. What great work. I'm just delighted that we're able to talk to both of you and shine a light on the great work you do. So congratulations on that work, and congratulations or good luck here at the conference and making connections and whatnot.
Thank you, John.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so much,
having us.
John.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. This episode of North Fulton Business Radio is underwritten by Oberman Law Firm. Oberman Law helps local, regional, and national clients manage the sensitivities of employee relations in the workplace.